Welcome, friends, to our celebration of the birth anniversary of the great luminary saint of modern India, Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda personified the eternal and perpetual energy of the youth and their relentless pursuit for truth. It is entirely fitting that the Government of India has declared 12th January, the birthday of Swami Vivekananda, as the National Youth Day or Yuva Divas. We must all work to rekindle the eternal message of this great patriot and son of India. Swami Vivekananda, as we all know, was a true luminary, credited with enlightening the Western world about Hinduism as a way of life. He was an ardent disciple of Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa and a major force in the revival of Hinduism in India. He pushed for national integration in colonial India and motivated the youth through his numerous motivational speeches. The government rightly said in 1984, the philosophy of Swamiji and the ideals for which he lived and worked could be a great source of inspiration for the Indian youth of today. The main objective is to promote rational thinking among the youth, believed to be the future of the country. It is expected of the youth to rise to the occasion, fight for the right, and channel their inner energies just like Swami Vivekananda would have. I would like to quote here a favorite quote of Swamiji from Kathopanishad. Uttishthata jagrata prapya varanna bodhita hurasanna dhara nishita duratya durgama patha tata kavyo vadanti. Arise, awake, approach the great and learn. Like the sharp razor edge is that path, so the wise say, hard to tread and difficult to cross. This inspiring shloka was Swami Vivekananda's message to the Hindus to get out of their hypnotized state of mind. This shloka was meant as a call to his countrymen to awaken their slumbering souls and propagate the message of peace and blessings to the world. Awake also denotes the awakening of one's real nature and the consequent ushering in of affluence. Arise was meant as a fervent call for national awakening to obtain political freedom for the country from colonialism and to not to stop until the goal was achieved. Arise was also intended to mean to get out of the state of helplessness, his emphasis being on freedom for the nation. Within each of you, there is the power to remove all wants and all miseries, he said. I would end here by reciting a few ending lines from one of his speeches in Kolkata after returning from Chicago. Therefore, let me conclude by reminding you once more, arise, awake, and stop not till the desired end is reached. Be not afraid, for all great power throughout the history of humanity has been with the people. From out of their ranks have come all the greatest geniuses of the world, and history can only repeat itself. Be not afraid of anything. You will do marvelous work. The moment you fear, you are nobody. It is fear that is the great cause of misery in the world. It is fear that is the greatest of all superstitions. It is fear that is the cause of our woes, and it is fearlessness that brings heaven even in a moment. Therefore, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Thank you. Now, Jaya, can you enlighten us about Swamiji's childhood and monastic life?
Thank you, Anindita, and good evening, viewers, and many thanks for joining today's show. Today is a very special show where we are commemorating Swami Vivekananda's birth anniversary. Born into an aristocratic Bengali Kayastha family of Calcutta, Vivekananda was inclined towards spirituality. He was influenced by his guru Sri Ramakrishna, from whom he learnt that all living beings were an embodiment of the divine self. Therefore, service to God could be rendered by service to mankind. After Sri Ramakrishna's death, Vivekananda toured the Indian subcontinent extensively and acquired first-hand knowledge of the prevailing British Raj. He later traveled to the United States representing India at the 1893 Parliament of the World's Religion. Vivekananda conducted hundreds of public and private lectures and classes disseminating tenets of Hindu philosophy in the United States, England, and Europe. In India, Vivekananda is regarded as a patriotic saint, and his birthday is celebrated as National Youth Day. Vivekananda was born Narendranath Datta in a Bengali family at his ancestral home at 3 Gormohan Mukherjee Street in Calcutta, the capital of British India, on 12th of January 1863 during the Makar Sankranti festival. He belonged to a traditional family and was one of 9 siblings. His father, Vishwanath Datta, was an attorney at the Calcutta High Court. Durga Charan Datta, Narendra's grandfather, was a Sanskrit and Persian scholar who left his family and became a monk at the age of 25. His mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi, was a devout housewife. The progressive, rational attitude of Narendra's father and the religious temperament of his mother helped shape his thinking and personality. Narendranath was interested in spirituality from a young age and used to meditate before the images of deities such as Shiva, Rama, Sita, and Mahavir Hanuman. He was fascinated by wandering ascetics and monks. Narendra was naughty and restless as a child, and his parents often had difficulty controlling him. His mother said, "I prayed to Shiva for a son, and he has sent me one of his demons." Narendra left the monastery as a parivrajaka, the Hindu religious life of a wandering monk, without fixed abode, without ties, independent and strangers wherever they go. His sole possessions were a kamandalu water pot, staff, and his 2 favorite books, the Bhagavad Gita and the Imitation of the Christ. Narendra traveled extensively in India for 5 years, visiting centers of learning and acquainting himself with diverse religious traditions and social patterns. He developed sympathy for the suffering and the poverty of the people and resolved to uplift the nation. Living primarily on bhiksha, alms, Narendra traveled on foot and by railway with tickets bought by admirers because he had no money. During his travels, he met and stayed with Indians from all religions and all walks of life. Scholars, Devans, Rajas, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Pariyars, who are the low caste workers, and government officials. Narendra left Bombay for Chicago on 31st May 1893 with the name Vivekananda as suggested by Ajit Singh of Khetri. He was the Maharaja of Khetri, which means the bliss of discerning wisdom from Sanskrit, Viveka and Ananda. I will now request Sumita Hor to sing a song which was composed by Sri Debendranath Majumdar. He was an ardent disciple of Sri Ramakrishna and he wrote this song as an ode to the master. Sumita.
Thank you. Akhand mandala hara vasta yena chara tatpadam dashitam yena tashmai Guruve Namah Tashmai Shri Guruve Namah Guru Tarun Arunove Rubinandana Bandhanove Sharunagatu Kinkaru Nitamane Gurudev Daya Deen Jane Gurudev Daya Deen Jane গুরুদেব দয়া করো দীন জনে, বিধি কন্দরতাম সুভাষ আরোহে, তুমি বিষ্ণু প্রজাপতি সংহার কর ব্রহ্ম পরাৎ কর বেদ বনে, গুরুদেব দয়া কর দীন জনে, হলো বারুণ শাসন অঙ্কুশ হে, নরত্রাণ তারে চাক্ষুষ হে, গুণবান পরায়ণ দেব বনে, গুরুদেব দয়া কর দীন জনে, কুণ্ডলিনী গুণ ভঞ্জা কহে, বিধি গ্রন্থি বিদারণ আরু কহে, মম মানস চঞ্চল রাত্রদিনে, গুরুদেব দয়া কর দীন জনে, জয় সৎগুরু ঈশ্বর তাপসে, নবরোগ বিকার বিসার কহে, মন যেন রহে তবে শ্রীচরণে, গুরুদেব দয়া করু দীন জনে, গুরুদেব দয়া করু দীন জনে, গুরুদেব দয়া করু দীন জনে।
Vivekananda started his journey to the West on 31st May 1893 and visited several cities in Japan, China, Canada, en route to the United States, reaching Chicago on 30th of July 1893, where the Parliament of Religions took place in September 1893. Vivekananda wanted to join the Congress, the Parliament, but was disappointed to learn that nobody without credentials from a bona fide organization was acceptable as a delegate. He contacted Professor John Henry Wright of Harvard University, who invited him to speak at Harvard. Vivekananda wrote to the professor, he urged upon me the necessity of going to the Parliament of Religions, which he thought would give an introduction to the nation. Vivekananda submitted an application introducing himself as a monk of the oldest order of sannyasis, founded by Shankara, supported by the Brahmo Samaj representative Pratap Chandra Majumdar, who was also a member of the Parliament Selection Committee, classifying the Swami as a representative of the Hindu monastic order. Hearing Vivekananda's speech, Harvard psychology professor William James said, "That man is simply a wonder for oratorial power. He is an honor to humanity." The Parliament of the World's Religions opened on 11 September 1893 at the Art Institute of Chicago as part of the World's Columbian Exposition. On this day, Vivekananda gave a brief speech representing India and Hinduism. He was initially nervous, bowed to Saraswati, the Hindu goddess of learning, and began his speech with "Sisters and Brothers of America." At these words, Vivekananda received a 2-minute standing ovation from the crowd of 7,000. According to Shailendranath Dhar, when silence was restored, he began his address, greeting the youngest of the nations on behalf of the most ancient order of monks to the world, the Vedic order of sannyasins, a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. Vivekananda quoted 2 illustrative passages from the Shiva Mahimna Stotram. As the different streams having their sources in different places all mingle their water in the sea, O Lord, the different paths which men take through different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to thee. And whosoever comes to me through whatsoever form I reach him, all men are struggling through paths that in the end lead to me. According to Shailendranath Dhar, it was only a short speech, but it voiced the spirit of the parliament. So this is the history about the Chicago visit. I shall continue the reading. I will now request Nilanjana to recite a poem on Swamiji written by Sri Jibanananda Das.
মাথায় পাগড়ি, অঙ্গে তার গেরুয়া বসন, বিবেকানন্দ মানে বিশ্ব সম্মেলনে ভ্রাতৃত্ববোধের সম্মোহন। বীরত্ব যার শিরায় শিরায়, বিধির কাছে হার মানেন না যিনি, তিনি বিবেকানন্দ, তিনি যুবক, সবার অনুপ্রেরণা তিনি। জয় তরুণের জয়, জয় পুরোহিত, আহিতাগ্নিক, জয় জয় চিন্ময়। স্পর্শে তোমার নিশা টুটেছিল, উষা উঠেছিল জেগে, পূর্ব তরুণ বাংলা আকাশ অরুণ রঙিন মেঘে। আলোকে আলোকে তোমার ভারত জগৎ গেছিল রেঙে। হে যুবক মুসাফির, স্থবিরের বুকে ধ্বনিলে শঙ্খ জাগরণ পর্বে। ঘিঞ্জির বাধা ভীত চকিতেরে অভয় দানিলে আসি, সপ্ত বুকে বাজালে তোমার বিষান হেসন্যাসী। রক্ষের বুকে বাজালে তুমি কালীয় দমন বাঁশি। আসিলে সব্যসাচী, কোদণ্ডে তব নব উল্লাস নাচিয়া উঠিল প্রাচী। টঙ্কারে তব দিকে দিকে শুধু রনিয়া উঠিল জয়। টঙ্কা তোমার উঠিল বাজিয়া মাভৈ মন্ত্রময়। শঙ্কাহরণ সৈনিক নাহি তোমার ভয়। হে প্রেমিক, তোমার পানেতে তাকাইল কোটি দরিদ্র নারায়ণ। অনাথের বেশে ভগবান এসে তোমার তরণ তলে বারবার যবে কিদে কিদে গেল কাতর আখির জলে। অর্পিলে তব প্রীতি উপায়ন প্রাণের কুসুম দলে। সোনার মুকুট ভেঙে লালসা তোমার কাঁটার মুকুটে রাখিলে সাধক রেঙে। স্বার্থ লালসা প্রসারি ধরিলে আত্মাহুতির ডালি। যজ্ঞের চুপে বুকের অধীর অনিবার দিলে ঢালি। বিভূতি তোমায় তাই তো অটুট রহিল অংশুমালি। দরিয়ার দেশে নদী বোধিসত্ত্বের আলয় তুমি গো, নবীন শ্যামল গতি। হিংসার রণে আসিলে পথিক প্রেমখঞ্জর হাতে। আসিলে করুণ দীপ হস্তে হিংসার অমরাতে। ব্যাধিমন্তরে এলে তুমি সুধা জলধরে সংঘাতে। মহামারী ক্রন্দনে ঘটাইলে তুমি শীতল পরশে সুকোমল চন্দনে। বজ্র কঠোর কুসুমোদর আসিলে লোকোত্তর। হানিলে কুলিশ কখনো ঢালিলে নির্মল নির্ঝর। নাসিলে পাতক পাতকীর তুমি অর্পিলে নির্ভর। চক্র গদার সাথে এনেছিলে তুমি শঙ্খ পদ্ম। হে ঋষি, সবই তো তোমার হাতে। এনেছিলে তুমি ঝড় বিদ্যুৎ, পেয়েছিলে তুমি সাম্য। এনেছিলে তুমি রণবিপ্লব, শানি কুসুম দাম্য। মাভৈ শঙ্খে জাগিছে তোমার নরনারায়ণ নাম। জয় তরুণের জয়, আত্মহুতির রক্ত কখনো আধারে হয় না লয়। তাপসের হার বজ্রের মতো বেজে উঠে বারবার। নাহি রে মরণে বিনাশ শ্মশানে, নাহি নাহি সংহার। দেশে দেশে তার বিনা বাজে আজি, বাজে কালে কালে ঝংকার। তুমি এলে আজ হে প্রেমী, হে মহাজন, অর্পিলে তব প্রীতি উপায় প্রাণী কুসুম তবে।
Beautiful. Thank you, Nilanjana. So continuing Vivekananda's journey, on May 1st, 1897 in Calcutta, Vivekananda founded the Ramakrishna Mission for Social Service as directed by his master. Its ideals are based on Karma Yoga, and its governing body consists of the trustees of the Ramakrishna Mutt. Both Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission have their headquarters at Belur Mutt in Calcutta. Vivekananda founded two other monasteries, one in Mayavati in the Himalayas near Almora, the Advaita Ashram, and another in Madras, now Chennai. Two journals were founded, Prabuddha Bharata in English and Udbodhan in Bangla. That year, famine relief work was begun by Swami Akhandadananda in Murshidabad district. Vivekananda earlier had inspired Jamshedji Tata to set up a research and educational institution when they traveled together from Yokohama to Chicago on Vivekananda's first visit to the West in 1893. Tata now asked him to head his Research Institute of Science. Vivekananda declined the offer, citing a conflict of his spiritual interests. He visited Punjab, attempting to mediate an ideological conflict between Arya Samaj and the Sanatan Dharma, two reformist Hindu movements. But they were contrasting, they have different ideals. So he had to, resolve both and bring them onto a common platform. After brief visits to Lahore, Delhi and Khetri, Vivekananda returned to Calcutta in January 1898. He consolidated the work of the Mutt and trained disciples for several months. Vivekananda composed Khandana Bhava Bandhana, a prayer song dedicated to his master Sri Ramakrishna in 1898. He propagated that the essence of Hinduism was best expressed in Adi Shankara's Advaita Vedanta philosophy. Nevertheless, following Sri Ramakrishna and in contrast to Advaita Vedanta, Vivekananda believed that the Absolute is both immanent and transcendent. According to Anil Shuklal, Vivekananda's new Advaita reconciles Dvaita or dualism and Advaita or non-dualism. Vivekananda summarized the Vedanta as follows, giving it a modern and universal interpretation. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or mental discipline or philosophy, by one or more, or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of the religion. Doctrines or dogmas or rituals or books or temples or forms are but secondary details. Nationalism was a prominent theme in Vivekananda's thought. He believed that a country's future depends on its people and its teachings focused on human development. He wanted to set in motion a machinery which will bring noblest of the ideas to the doorstep of even the poorest and the meanest. Vivekananda linked morality with control of the mind, seeing truth, purity, and unselfishness as traits which strengthened it. He advised his followers to be holy, unselfish, and to have Shraddha, which means faith. Vivekananda supported Brahmacharya, believing it the source of his physical and mental stamina and eloquence. Brahmacharya is when you remain celibate throughout your life. He emphasized that success was an outcome of focused thought and action. In his lectures on Raja Yoga, he said, take up one idea, make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. That is the way great spiritual giants are produced. Vivekananda had composed several songs dedicated to his master Sri Ramakrishna. I shall now sing one of his favorite songs which he had dedicated to the master.
ज्योति नाहि सूर्य नाहि ज्योति नाहि शशांक सुंदर भाषे वो में छाया श्याम छवि देश चराचर नाहि सूर्य नाहि ज्योति नाहि सूर्य नाहि ज्योति। अहं श्रोते निरन्तर नाहि सूर्यो नाहि ज्योति नाहि सूर्यो नाहि ज्योति। धीरे धीरे छाया दालो महालय प्रवेशिलो बहे मात्र आमी आमी এই ধারা অনুঘন। बोझे प्राण बोझे जारो नाहि सूर्यो नाहि ज्योति नाहि सूर्यो नाहि ज्योति नाहि शशांक सुंदर भाषे वो में छाया श्याम चराचर नाहि सूर्यो नाहि ज्योति।
Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, an Indian polymath and the father of the Indian Constitution, said, "The Buddha was the greatest person India ever produced. The greatest man India produced in recent centuries was not Gandhi, but Vivekananda." The first Governor General of independent India, Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, said, "Vivekananda saved Hinduism, saved India." According to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, a proponent of armed struggle for Indian independence, Vivekananda was the maker of modern India. For Gandhi, Vivekananda's influence increased Gandhi's love for his country 1,000-fold. Vivekananda influenced India's independence movement. His writings inspired independence activists such as Netaji, Aurobindo Ghosh, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and Bagha Jyotin and intellectuals such as Aldous Huxley, Christopher Isherwood, and Roman Roland. Many years after Vivekananda's death, Rabindranath Tagore told French Nobel laureate Roman Roland, "If you want to know India, study Vivekananda. In him, everything is positive and nothing negative." Roland wrote, "His words are great music, phrases in the style of Beethoven, stirring rhythms like the march of the Handel choruses. I cannot touch these sayings of his, scattered as they are through the pages of books at 30 years distances, without receiving a thrill through my body like an electric shock. And what shocks, what transports must have been produced when in burning words they issued from the lips of the hero." In September 2010, India's Finance Ministry highlighted the relevance of Vivekananda's teachings and values to the modern economic environment. The then Union Finance Minister, Sri Pranab Mukherjee, and the President of India, before the current President, Sri Ramnath Kovind, approved in principle the Swami Vivekananda Values Education Project at a cost of 1 billion rupees, with objectives including involving youth with competitions, essays, discussions, study circles, and publishing Vivekananda's works in a number of languages. In 2011, the West Bengal Police Training College was renamed the Swami Vivekananda State Police Academy, West Bengal. The State Technical University in Chhattisgarh has been named the Chhattisgarh Swami Vivekananda Technical University. In 2012, the Raipur Airport was renamed Swami Vivekananda Airport. The 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda was celebrated in India and abroad. The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports in India officially observed 2013 as the occasion in a declaration. Year-long events and programs were organized by branches of the Ramakrishna Mutt, the Ramakrishna Mission, the central and state governments in India, educational institutions, and youth groups. Bengali film director Tutu Utpal Sinha made a film, The Light, Swami Vivekananda, as a tribute for his 150th birth anniversary. Vivekananda was featured on Stamps of India in 1963, 1993, 2013, 2015, and 2018, Sri Lanka in 1997 and 2013, and Serbia in 2018. So this brings us to the culmination of today's homage to the youthful, iconic monk who represented and gave India a wonderful, great new identity and a place of ultimate respect in front of the world's eyes. So I now request Anindita to take us through the pledge and also offer our vote of thanks to you all viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for such beautiful inputs for today's program. And thank you viewers for watching our program today. On this occasion of National Youth Day, let us take a pledge today to live by the ideals of Swamiji.
I pledge.
I pledge.
Let us keep ourselves physically fit and promote India's cultural and spiritual values as wished by Swamiji. Let us pledge to be fearless, as fear is a sign of weakness. Let us all arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Thank you.